Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today's new vehicle day. I got the little 5 back in, was it May of this year? And it's been going okay. I had a few problems at the start. There's been a software update to fix one thing, and yeah, it's been really good. So Twiglet hasn't really been used that much, and it's been down to insurance. This year, for some reason, getting an agreed value on Twiglet has been really difficult. He's worth about £4,000, £3,500–4,000, something like that, to replace him. So if basically he got roads written off, it would cost at least that to get him. These aren't 1500 quid cars anymore. One or two of them are, because they're not in great shape, but Twiglet is in such great condition that I'm just not prepared to really use him that much on a standard policy. I'd rather sort of keep him slightly off the roads. He's been to Darklands this year, which was great fun. And Darklands is Antwerp. It's a big festival in Antwerp in March. RS here has actually only just been really starting to go back onto the road. I've basically been sort of keeping him off the road for a while, but I've been using other cars. Needs an timing belt because it's coming up to 6 years, and also the subframe got noted for lots of surface rust. The rest of the car's fine. It's got no real rust underneath there. So yeah, I've ordered a new subframe for him. I'm not going to put that on. I'm not that well at the moment. I've got problems with my heart, which means that I get tired quite quickly. So I'm going to be throwing this at Lease Autos in Oldham, with Dale, and he's going to do all the work. I just can't do it on for the channel. I just can't do that level here, especially on my nice drive. It will just damage my drive. So yeah, today is new vehicle day, and one vehicle's going, possibly the RS, I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to keep hold of the RS as long as I can because I've had him a long time. But the little GT, now if I come around here, because I'm trying to avoid showing you the new vehicle, little GT here is up for sale. He's on eBay, and I will put the link in the description and the eBay number. I've done a huge amount of work to this car. It's had a cylinder head refurb, new head gasket, timing belt, water pump, clutch, oh my god, so much more. Go and check out the eBay listing and you'll see exactly what I've got. I've put him up for a reasonable amount. I've got offers on there at the moment. I'm not going to accept less than £1,000 for this car. It's just far too good. It's far too good, that car. But yeah, so that one's going. And the new vehicle, I have literally just come back from Halifax well, I was about to say, right, it is. Yeah, it's a motorbike. I have bought another motorbike. And yeah, you might have seen this bike on the channel. I've bought another Z1000. Now, if you look back at my videos, I fell in love with the BMW S1000 XR, and I bought one, and I traded my old Z1000 in for the BMW, and the BMW is a great bike. It is a really fantastic bike, but after 3 years, it's boring. It does things so well, but it doesn't engage you that well. It's a great tool, but it just doesn't wanted me to take it out and ride it for the love of it, which is what most motorcycling is. So I looked around and I found this motorbike at the Superbike Specialist in Halifax. Thank you, Dean, for hooking me up with this one. And they were brilliant. They were great. I looked at a number of them, and this one was by far the best one. There was one down in Congleton, I think it was Promoto. It was a good price, but it just wasn't good enough condition. I was prepared to pay quite a lot of money for one. I wanted the best one I could get, and that one was not it. But Dean had 2 of these, and I'll actually post some photos here of the 2, and I spent nearly an hour trying to decide which one I was going to buy. I was going to buy one of them, but yeah, I ended up basically going with my heart, not my head. So the other bike was a 2011 bike, same era, it's exactly the same bike but in white and orange, and it looked gorgeous, it looked wonderful, but there was too many modifications to it. There was the tyres, were the Dunlop tyres, which are just junk. They're terrible on these bikes. This one had the Michelin's Pilot 4s, I believe. This had 11,000, the other one had 12. It was a really difficult decision because they were both evenly matched, and my heart basically won out. I should have gone for the other one because it was newer, and it had all more service history. This one has got part service history, whereas the other one had full service history. But when I rode this bike is as tight as a drum. It is really, really, really nice. It's almost, well, basically it's the same mileage as my old bike I traded in at BMW Trafford. So it is literally just another copy of what I had before. And the reason why is because they are bloody good fun. And that's what's missing from the BMW. It doesn't want me to go out and ride it. It's emotive, this. It doesn't make me feel I want to take it out all the time. It's a fantastic bike. It gives me lots of confidence to ride faster and do have more fun. But it's boring when you're riding around, all the time, not using full throttle or overtaking or doing all those type of things. It's quite boring. And this basically gives me more miles per mile than the BMW. So yeah, just literally got back riding it back. When you buy a new bike, you get really excited, or you buy a new vehicle, get really excited, and you're buzzing inside. This for me is different. This was like it's coming home, and rather than it's a new bike, it's just like, yeah, it's back, and that's how I feel about this bike. It's and it just looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous, this bike. Let me show you around it. So here he is. I haven't named him yet. It's definitely a he, I will say that. Some cars are she's, other ones are he's. This bike is definitely a he. It's got a sticker on the front, and I think it's been to the TT races or something like that. TT Bushy Isle of Man, the Ultimate Bikers Beer 2023, Motorcycle Heaven since 1907. I'll be interested to see whether anybody recognises this. And it's their bike. I'd like to know the history, but yeah, it's as tight as a drum, this little bike. It's got one or two little cosmetic issues down here, and I think it was a little bit there. Oh, there we are, there it is, it's a little bit there. But I can sort that out later, that's fine. But it is absolutely as clean as a whistle. It's got aftermarket exhausts on it, they sound quite nice. It's a template, 2010 bike. I think it's June 2010, something like that. And my old bike was May. But what I've also found is that the VIN number for this is 23 bikes less than my old bike. So my old bike actually was newer in the build in the factory, and this one was older, but this was registered later. So yeah, we do have a little bit of corrosion on the pegs. Again, that's fine, I can sort that. But otherwise, it is just absolutely mint. It's absolutely mint. It sounds awesome as well. Let me start it up. All right. So I've still got the dealership tag on it. I've literally just got back, so let's put that in there. It's in gear, so let's take it out of gear. Right. Sound to it. So we've got 11437 now on it, and yeah, it was a fantastic ride home. So it's got part service history on it, not a huge amount, but just the condition of the bike shows it. Again, some of the paint's coming off here, there's some corrosion here. I can sort all that. I can get them repainted, re-anodized. Also, what I did was treat myself to one of these devices, and this is the Beeline Moto 2. And this thing on the ride home was absolutely brilliant. Basically, it's like a header for your GPS, your maps on your phone. So rather than having your phone mounted on the bike here in all the wind and rain, you actually just put this here, and it shows you a very simplified map of where you're going. And again, you've got various other options as well. Highly recommend going and have a look at it. It's not cheap. It's about 200 quid, but it's so much more usable than a sat-nav, and certainly the BMW sat-nav is bloody awful, and this thing actually just basically blows the BMW sat-nav out of the water for usability. It's got speed indications on this. It also gives you sort of distances and various things. It's very, very, very clever little thing. So yeah, but this bike is really, really nice. It is literally like basically the Z1000's home after a 3-year excursion. Now, what happened to my old bike? Now, the old bike, I actually, the person who had it after me contacted me and wanted some more information about it. And I kept in touch with Steve. And I've recently, when I was looking around for Z1000, I actually messaged him and said, do you still have the bike and do you want to sell it? And he had actually traded it in for a GS 1200 BMW. So it's a real shame I can't get my old bike back, but it was on 18,000 miles, so it had a bit more of a life than it had with me. But the idea behind this is that I'm going to use this a lot more to go out round the country roads where I live. And then the BMW is going to be for the longer distances, the touring. So yeah, it's just really, really nice. Again, poor old GT, that's got to go. I can't afford to run 6 vehicles now. That has got to go. It's just surplus to requirements. The 5 pretty much blows it out the water in terms of running costs and comfort and so forth. It's just that was my daily driver. I am probably going to make the RS my daily driver if the finances work out. So this has actually taken quite a bit of my savings and my finances out for the next year. I'm also off on holiday to Germany, to Berlin, to Folsom. So I've got to be careful with my money now. So yeah. But yeah, RS, if I'll get a couple of grand for it, I'll get a grand or 1,500 quid for the GT. I'll get 2 grand for that. This bike here cost me 5 grand. Now, you can get them cheaper, but not in as good a quality. So the bikes at Superbike Specialists in Halifax were of very high quality, and that's why I went back to them and bought it there. I felt confident that the bike was looked after, and okay, didn't have all the service history I wanted, but I can certainly add more to that service history. So yeah, that's the new bike. The Phaser 1000 that I bought, and you may see on some videos in my history, I bought that out of nostalgia, and it didn't work out. The Phaser 1000 was a lovely bike, but it was a carbureted bike, and it was an older technology, and it felt a little bit old. Whereas riding this again, it's just so nice, so nice. Again, I think I might get another radiator or get that radiator clean because it's actually a little bit dirty, but I want this thing to be used. My other bike, the other Z1000, didn't get as used as much as I really wanted to, but I've sort of made a decision that I need to get out more, stop doing the Resurrection Retro channel, which kept me inside all the time, and sort of being like a hermit. So I need to get out more, ride more, meet more people, and do more stuff, especially around biking. So yeah, dead pleased with it. Really pleased with this. Had a new front tyre on the front, had a full service, the brakes were bled, and a few other bits and pieces, and Dean was fantastic at the Superbike Specialists in Halifax. They really did, they looked after me. Yeah, dead chuffed. So yeah, that's the that's the new bike. It's lovely. Let's quickly chat about the 5. Now the 5 has actually started to bed in a little bit. I've got about 1,700 miles on it now, and it's starting to settle down. The software on the screens is still, it just crashes. It keeps on crashing, especially the maps. It gets the two maps on either screen. So you've got the main screen, and then you've got the sort of infotainment screen. And they seem to get out of sync with each other. The maps get things. You have to physically cycle the whole car off, and eventually it comes back in. But the rest of the car's fine. There's no more trim falling off. The range seems to be settling down a little bit. I'm learning about electric cars and how to use them. And yeah, I will say, and this is controversial, but a lot of the advice out on the internet, partly right and partly wrong. Now that I'm learning about this car in particular, it's starting to make sense. It's costing peanuts to run. It's like £3, £2.80, £3, £3.10 to charge it up from like 10, 15, 20%, something like that, to 80 or 100%. And it's just so much cheaper to run than a petrol. The charge is going well. I've had a few problems with the charger and the car getting out of sync, and I've actually had to reboot the Hypervolt a couple of times, and then it kicked it back in. Twiglet is doing really well. Again, just not used. I haven't used him, and that's the whole point. He's not for daily use. He's for fun and enjoyment and shits and giggles, and he's going absolutely nowhere. Never selling this car. It's in my will, and it's bequeathed to people. And yeah, there's really not much to do with Twiglet. There's again a couple of bits where I've actually left the clear coat here. It's a thing. I might get that done. I'm not sure, but the rest of the paintwork is in pretty great condition after all of the work I had done on it. Yeah, he's doing really, really, really well. So, okay, well, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Again, I'm a small channel, and I appreciate the support. Please check out the eBay item. I will put a link in the description. Go and check that out if you're interested in a little really well sorted Twingo GT. And the paintwork's a little bit, it needs a bit on the front, but the rest of the car is in great condition. So, right, thanks for watching. See you on the next video.